All right, let's do this. All right, how to meditate. So, wait, hold on. Forgot my color. Yeah, purple one. All right, cool. Color works. All right, let's do this. How to meditate for real, for real. For real, for real. All right, how to meditate. Let's do this. Okay, you're literally doing it backwards. Straight off the bat, you're literally doing it backwards. Most people are like, "Oh, I've tried meditating. I've tried. It's supposed to be a brain. I've tried meditating, but I can't do it." And then they'll be like, and then you'll be like, "Why?" And then they'll say, um, "I couldn't focus on it. No focus. I couldn't focus, and I couldn't keep my thoughts quiet." And it's like that's literally the point. That's the straight up point, is to focus on something. So let's just say it's the breath, yeah? So this big boy nose, this big nose. All right, so focus on. It looks like snot. That's disgusting. That's like focus on the breath. That's a common one that people do is they focus on the breath. They go, or sometimes they go out of the mouth like this. Whichever one floats your boat. I like the one where I go in and out of my nose. Anyway, so we go in, and then we go out. There, they do this for probably like 3 seconds. Their mind wanders. So this is their focus, right? Everything's quiet, everything's still. They're not thinking about anything. Then it goes into this is like random thoughts. Like you're thinking about, oh, I have this chore to do. I have this other task to do. I have all these things I got to do. And then you lose focus on the breath. What people don't realize is you're supposed to lose focus on the breath, because then once you have acknowledged that, oh, I'm thinking about something else, you go right back to the breath and the cycle repeats. A lot of people, what they do here is they'll be like, oh, I lost focus, it doesn't work. Like that's you're missing the whole point. Like it's literally that was horrible. That's a terrible drawing, but you get the point. It's like a bicep curl. It's like a bicep curl for your mind. So every time that you do the the breathe, I'm just gonna use arrows. The breathing in and out, and then you lose focus. Then you lose focus. Then you acknowledge that you lost the focus. You acknowledge that you lost it, and then you bring it back to the breathing. And that's like one that's like one curl. That's like one bicep curl for your mind. And the cool thing about meditation is it's like it's it's like opposite of scrolling. It's so scrolling messes up your your focus and your attention span. So it messes up your focus and your attention span, which is not a good thing. Because you want to be present when you're having conversations, and you want to be aware of what you're doing, and just like more socially aware. So this is actually, it's like anti-scrolling. So this is the opposite. It's the opposite of this, which is really cool. So this is an incredibly useful skill. But yeah, think of meditation and this whole process of breathing in, breathing out, losing focus, acknowledging that you lost focus, and then bringing it right back to whatever you were focusing on. And it doesn't have to be um, breathing. Like, it doesn't have to be the in and out of breathing. Some I was outside in my pool last night, and I had music going. I had some music going on, and I was kind of just listening to the music, and I lost focus on the music. I started thinking about like chores that I had to do, so I was listening to the music, lost focus, started thinking about other random thoughts, realized that, oops, we'll draw a light bulb, because like it's bright ideas. We got good ideas. That looks like a loaf of bread. What the hell is that? That's really funny. Anyway, anyway, um, yeah. So, gosh, it looks like never mind. Um, so yeah, listening to the music, lost focus, realized that I was losing focus, and then brought it back to the music, and then I did this over and over and over for like maybe like 10 minutes, and that's literally meditation. Literally focus on any you can focus on anything, any possible thing you could think of, but the breath is the most common. We'll write that MC. Can't touch this. No, 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 can't touch this. MC Hammer. Anyway, sorry. Um, yeah, that's the most common one. This is one that it was kind of just like in the situation. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go outside in my pool and meditate. And I had music on. I'm like, all right, I'll listen to that. There was another time where I listened to. It's a bird. Where I looked at the sky and I saw the birds fly around. So it's whatever you want, whatever situation you're in, you can pick something for to focus on and to meditate. Yeah, that's literally how I do it. Literally just explain that. Um, yeah. What I'll usually do is I like to go outside in the morning. So sun comes up, we'll draw sun. We got a purple sun over here, guys. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous purple sun. Look at this. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So I like to go out in the morning when the sun comes out before I do anything, and I like to sit in. We got these chairs outside, so I like to sit in a chair. Oops. Anyway, um, sun in my balls right there. Anyway, sorry. Um, yeah, so I'll go out, I'll sit in the chair, and then I got the sun rays going on me, and then I'll just throw on a timer. I like to meditate for 20 minutes, and I'll kind of sit there for 20 minutes, and I'll just lose focus a bunch of times. It's like a gym session for your mind. So you can do it anywhere. I mean, I haven't. The only way I haven't done it is I haven't done it. I haven't done it. Oops, I haven't done it standing. Like that's never happened. I mean, if you're a stander type of person, you can stand and meditate. I guess like whatever floats your boat, whatever you want to do. And another thing too is think about it as progressive overload. So progressive overload, you've got, say like you're doing shoulder press, and you're doing 40 pounds. You're doing 40 pounds of dumbbells, and then 2 weeks later, and then you can lift that comfortably, and then you bump it up to 50, like 2 weeks later, and then 60. Oops, 60, and then so on and so forth, and then it's the same thing with meditation, because you're not gonna jump right into an hour of meditation. Like that's just not gonna happen. You're gonna get tired, and you're gonna get annoyed. Like, look, this is you. Like you're gonna get all upset and unhappy, and you're gonna be like, meditation doesn't work. I can't focus. Well, it's because it's the equivalent of like shoulder pressing 75 pounds when you never picked up a dumbbell before. Like that's not smart. That's not a good idea. So what you do is you do three. Well, I mean, you don't have to do three, but like this is just like an example. So you do 3 minutes, and then maybe if you're feeling up to it, later that week you go to five, then you go to like eight, then you go to 10, and so on. Now, if you fall out of meditation, all good. If you come back and you're like, oh, I can't do my usual 10, okay, then bump it down to 8. If you can't do 8, bump it down to 5. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, do that, and then work your way back up. Work your way back up to that 10, and then eventually you can blow past it and go to like 20. This I've found is like the meditation sweet spot. Anything more than 20 is, at least for me, is just not enjoyable. I remember there was one time I sat there and I meditated for like an hour. I I was very unhappy. I was very unhappy. I didn't like that. So, yeah. It's really not that hard. Here, let me do. All right, I'm gonna do a recap now. So, do not fall into the trap of it's too hard. Don't fall into this. Don't do this, because it's you're supposed to lose focus. You're supposed to not stay focused. Like, if like this, like straight kind of still mind where you're not thinking about everything. This is I can't do this. I can't even do that. That's not supposed to happen for meditation. Breathe in, breathe out. So breathe in. These are my breathe in, breathe out symbols. So breathe in, breathe out. Lose focus. Realize that you lost focus. Light bulb. Yo, that's a good light bulb right there. That's a good light bulb. Realize you lost focus, and then bring it back. Simple as that. And then um you can do whatever. What? You can do whatever. Like whatever system floats your boat. If you want to do the music example that I did, you can do something like that. Like whatever you want, and whatever you feel is going to get you the most progress, do that. Most common one is breathing. That's one that most people do, but if you don't want to do that, by all means, go for it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I just had some delicious quesadillas that I made. Anyway, um yeah, that's meditation. That's basically meditation.